Hello everyone, it is Kaahlan and welcome back to another episode of my Danganronpa playthrough. Well, last episode, as you can probably guess based on what you're seeing right now, Junko was revealed to be the true mastermind, the second ultimate despair, the twin sister to Mukuro Ikusaba. There we have it. I know that there's other mysteries still, but I feel like this is maybe the biggest one. And I feel like I was so close to figuring it out. I just really thought that it was Junko that was dead. I hadn't made the leap. But that's okay. Anyway, let's continue on and find out more about Junko, our ultimate fashionista slash despair, and see how this goes.
Twins?
Yeah, they're twins.
I know. It's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship.
I feel like there's two types of stereotypical twin relationships. I feel like twins are either very, very close or like almost the opposite of that. Maybe like they're close, but also there's like some like jealousy over, you know, whoever is the better one or whatever. Stuff like that. So I'd say there's two types of stereotypical twin relationships. Let's find out what theirs was.
The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute.
Is that what it is? Okay. I'm not familiar with this stereotype.
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima!
Oh.
And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
I don't know if I like this better.
Whoa! She's a totally different person now!
I feel like I always see cosplayers do that pose of hers though, with like the tongue out and the hands crossed over, so now it all makes sense. Now I get it.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! I even get fucking bored with myself!
Okay.
But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that
Wait,
shit?
yeah.
Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your
Wait,
twin,
I'm so
that
curious.
means-
That's a totally reasonable
your own
answer, I
sister?
guess. But also, I'm so curious what they have, like what the actual reason is. Even if it's boring. I bet it's really probably something as simple as Junko has like a stage name. Cause she's in magazines and stuff, so that would make sense. But, I don't know. I'm still curious. Yeah, also, this totally means she killed her own sister. I see, and this is why I think I was having trouble, like, actually connecting the dots here, because in, like, the previous episodes, I just couldn't figure out why Mukuro would have dressed as Junko. I guess I should have probably assumed that they were working together, and I think I maybe came to that conclusion close to the reveal. But even then I was like, well, if they were working together, then why would she kill her? And then, yeah, you know, unless Mukuro obviously didn't know she was gonna die, which is exactly what happened. Cool.
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if!
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
Alright.
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment.
This is a good scene.
So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem.
I appreciate that she's explaining this to me.
She had what I call the 3 atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive.
I don't know. Mukuro didn't seem that bad.
It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile,
I mean, I didn't know her for that long before she got murdered.
An undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away. Which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
I mean, is that really a good reason for not sending her in as her own ultimate? Maybe she would have been suspected a lot earlier if she was the ultimate soldier or something. I don't know. That's a shaky reason, alright? Anyway, let's continue.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Only reason. Killed her just because.
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know?
Oh my god. I can't do this.
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring.
I hate this one.
So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal.
Yeah.
Just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
She certainly seemed surprised when it happened. Yeah, just like that. I didn't think much of her saying this wasn't supposed to at the time, because, like, I think that would be your thought, is that you're not supposed to die. Like, that seems like a valid reaction to getting murdered suddenly, you know, to be like, what? I wasn't supposed to die. I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really think too much into her words at the beginning.
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk
I mean,
like
yeah.
that?
She did, I guess. You're right. Yes?
You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill.
Okay, you know what? That made sense.
We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything.
So I think, they're just evil.
We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
When you're already filled with despair, what's it gonna do, you know?
That's not true at all.
Oh, emo. Emo Junko.
We were twins. How could I not be sad?
I like the mushrooms on the head to really show how sad she is right now.
That's why it gets me so excited.
I'm uncomfortable.
Killing my precious sister with my own two hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair. It just feels so good.
Uh-huh.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, that is... A great question.
And my sister, too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else. She must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness.
Yeah, probably.
I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Byakuya is into it though.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Byakuya is like, I'm also into despair. What's up?
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts.
Look, Genocide Jill has a gimmick at least, you know? She's a serial killer with a plan. I mean, I guess Juko is too.
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right?
Does Genocide Jill, and not Jack, does Genocide Jill only kill the weak though? Is that even an accurate statement? Like, Genocide Jill literally spears men who are larger than her against a wall with scissors. That takes some pretty ridiculous strength. I think she's just really strong. Maybe if we're talking like comparatively, they're weaker than she is, then sure.
So, I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Oh, Byakuya is not into it, I'm wrong.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood. Huh? Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
Ooh. Are we about to get a reveal about Byakuya's bloodline? Is he like muddied? Is he not pure Togami?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are
Oh wait, are we dead?
slow. You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are.
Okay, this one I actually don't understand.
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer. So how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating.
Damn straight. That's exactly what we're
Damn
going to
straight.
do.
He said it.
We're going to
Tell her,
solve all these
Makoto.
mysteries. And then we'll have our victory.
I can't wait.
All right, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
Hero.
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean I got it! It must have something to do with our entrance exams.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
I mean, they obviously stole our memories from the moment we walked in Hope's Peak the first time. I feel like that's fairly obvious.
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
Ooh, I'm not entirely sure what is being referred to here. Thinking back to what Monokuma's told us. The memories that were stolen from us and what they must be related to. Is that what it is? I'm not actually sure here. I feel like it's the top one, but I'm actually not sure.
I got it!
I guess I'm right.
You're talking about the motives you provided to
Cool.
try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners.
Thank you, Juko.
So then, let me ask you another question.
No.
Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
Theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all.
What would the themes be? The first one was the videos from, I don't know if it was necessarily our families for everybody, but it was definitely my family. And then, well, Sayaka's was not her family, it was her musical group.
When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
Oh, I don't know why I clicked through that. Monokuma gave us those DVDs. On my DVD was footage of my family. On Sayaka's was her and her friends. They had a dream they all shared. So for the first murder, the motive we were given was human connections.
I got it! The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys?
I sure do.
Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships.
Oh, okay. Oh,
For
you know
example,
what? I bet
your
Kyoko
family.
saw her dad being blasted into space then.
For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill.
Okay, you know what? I don't care about this. Just tell us why.
But still,
Why, bitch?
what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay!
Oh my god.
Time
No!
for the next
Go back to
question.
one that I like. I hate this personality.
So, what was the theme for the second motive?
For the second murder, the motive's theme was... That's when we got those weird envelopes from Monokuma. Mine mentioned how I used to wet the bed. So the theme that time was... the past.
I got it! It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
Mm-hmm.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Miyake is over this shit.
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
The theme for the third murder was... The reason Celeste turned to murder was money! She wanted to buy a European castle and live there with a bunch of handsome men. So that time, the motive for murder was... greed!
I got it! It was
And I
money,
still
wasn't
love
it?
her.
Greed.
She was perfect. What a great dream.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again! Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain.
And so she could get out.
Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
But it did lead to lots of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
What did she reveal to us in this chapter? The motive in the case of Sakura's death was... What was it that made Sakura decide to kill herself? Oh, she was gonna be outed? Or she was outed? It had to do with Monokuma exposing Sakura's secret. So, the theme of the motive in that fourth case was... blackmail? No! I guess betrayal. Yeah, no, I didn't get this wrong. I'm moving through all of those answers. I mean, I guess... I feel like these are so similar because I feel like Monokuma was essentially blackmailing Sakura at the beginning of that chapter. You could say that Sakura was keeping secrets from us, but you could also consider her keeping secrets from us a betrayal. I'm going with secrets, I think. I don't know. Fucking, are you kidding me? God damn it. You know what? I think all of my reasons for why I chose the other two was sound, and I stand by the fact that all three of those
I got it.
made sense,
In
so
her case,
what the
it
fuck
was
ever.
betrayal.
I'm mad.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards.
Okay, look, even that, you could literally, like, I guess, like, blackmail maybe made the least sense, probably. I was probably the wrongest on that, but I guess I was considering, like, Monokuma was blackmailing Sakura to get her to act for him. So, like, this, and then, like, you could read this sentence and say, once I revealed Sakura's secret, that led to everything that came afterwards. Literally, basically the same thing. So... And then also the secret was blackmail. So, you know what? I'm gonna
Anyway,
stay salty about that one.
It looks like you answered all of my questions correctly.
I did not, but
How
let's pretend I
painfully
did.
delightful.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships, secrets, money, betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world.
Look, I really don't think anything that was offered to me in a killing game, like, if I was placed in a killing game myself, I don't think anything offered to me could get me to kill another person. Like, I just have, I would rather just, I would die. I would rather just die. There you go. Boom. So in case anyone wants to survive a killing game, just make sure you get put in there with me. I will sacrifice myself for you.
This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope.
Mm-hmm.
Two sides
Like
of the
shadow
same
and
coin,
light.
divided by a razor-thin
One
line.
can't exist without
Such
the other.
is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories.
Did something happen at the school involving, like, relationships and money and secrets and the past?
What I'm trying to say
On
is
betrayal?
the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
Huh. I really don't know. I'm not sure where we're going here.
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway.
Maybe the hope was that we would get out, and there's like not actually anything to get out to or something. I don't know.
Is that so?
Or maybe
you've
we're
been
all
able to
dead.
think about during your time here is how to escape, right?
I think the only reason I'm like in this weird mindset of like maybe they're all dead is just because like obviously a tragedy happened here, and then that classroom on I think the 5th floor was just like destroyed with blood and stuff. So I mean probably some students died. I don't know. Based on nothing. Probably is not really fair. It could have been teachers that died maybe, but students seems more likely, I think.
The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
It's a
What
good
are you
point,
talking
Junko.
about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place.
She's making really good points here.
That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
And if we had our memories, we would have never wanted to leave because we agreed to stay here for some reason. But we don't know what that reason is yet.
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow.
Monokuma Junko. Best side of her.
So, just like Crazy Yeti slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
Really? Then hurry up and tell us.
Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
I was wondering if it was something that actually happened, like, on a bigger scale. I think I was thinking that fairly early, like, we couldn't even leave, like, there was nothing to see outside. But I just don't understand, like, why would people be watching us if there was, like, no civilization or something? Okay, let's just find out. Let's just see the reveal. The outside world?
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
Yeah, probably Makoto.
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair.
Yeah, get on with it.
Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside
Okay,
world
come
you've all
on.
been
I'm not even gonna wait for you to finish talking. Get on with it. Huh. Well, that's concerning. You know, not what I expected, but way better than what I expected, if I'm being honest here. Makoto Naegi has nothing to say except what the...
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense.
What am I looking at?
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
Yeah. What? Oh, recognize it? What about it should we recognize? Wait, what? This whole thing is insane.
That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial!
Oh my gosh. Genocide Jack's memory, photo of Kyoko and Headmaster. Genocide Jack remembers?
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
Genocide
Want
Jack
us to remember or
specifically
whatever, but
stated,
when it
or
comes to
she
that crazy,
stated,
confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing.
that
What's
she
the meaning
remembers
of the
things
footage we saw?
that Toko doesn't.
Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering? Nobody can remember anything.
Yes, okay. That's what I thought. I was like, Toko doesn't remember, but Genocide Jill does. Let's go. I remember this sticking out to me when I talked to her, so hell yeah.
Who might remember?
The other Toko. Genocide Jack.
Bum, 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 bum.
The two
Alright,
of
let's
them share
go.
certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate,
Genocide Jack knew this whole time and has not told any of us.
then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her?
Yes.
No, absolutely not. That'd be
Someone
like
cut themselves.
forfeiting my entire identity.
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on now.
Da-da-da-da! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer.
Let's go.
Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question. and I
It
want
was
to have
because
it answered
Byakuya asked her.
immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you.
I love it.
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough! Just look at the stupid screen.
Aye, aye, Roger, you got it, Captain.
Come on.
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but of course it does.
Yes.
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do.
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier?
Yeah, no kidding. I think it's
Questions when
hilarious.
someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet patient.
Yeah, I think it totally checks out. Yeah, that's true. True to form.
Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
I love that both sides of Toko like Byakuya as a master, you know? I'm glad that they're vibing on that.
A tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
It's a good strat. I respect it.
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
So I hear. What?
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event.
What is?
Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is now?
The world's been destroyed. Get it?
I do get that.
Destroyed?
I mean, it looks like it.
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster.
Dang.
Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history! And as a result, in basically no time flat! The world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Morose saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
Miss Morose? Is she talking about Toko?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Look, I know she's a serial killer, but I just think she's neat.
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
Sick. That's why we decided to
How
stay
could the world
in.
just end? It's the world.
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway, so the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Why 100 years? Continue.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell
Okay.
you. It's the story of the Tagami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
What? What did you say?
Yeah, continue.
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Hey guys, what do you think happened to the Tagami family? Do you think they fell? Or maybe they fell? Or maybe the final choice, that they fell? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this one. That feels right.
Correct. Well done, peasant.
But I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it. Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
I wonder what happened to the Tagami family.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
Yeah, thanks. Can you do that for the entire game?
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
100%.
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally
I'm sorry, there's a really
annihilated.
loud airplane or helicopter or jet plane going over my house right now. It's cool.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Tagami name has perished.
I mean, not if Byakuya is still alive, right? Come on, Toko, you gotta restart it.
Stop with these idiotic jokes.
You're done for, Byakuya.
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
They couldn't possibly be gone. The Togami family is destined to guide the world.
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
Hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh? I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago.
Based on... Oh,
We
honey.
only came to this school a few weeks ago.
Are you dumb, Makoto? Is he actually dumb? Why are we doing this right now? We're literally discussing that our memories got erased.
If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Our memories got erased?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Okay.
2 years ago?
I wasn't sure how much time had passed. 2 years is a lot.
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
Wait, what? 2 years ago? What is that?
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
Come now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Still, we have to answer somehow. Well, I mean, didn't we just get, like, our school life taken from us in this case? If we don't, everything ends right here. I better not fuck this up then. The memories that were stolen from us. If what Junko says is true, if we first came here 2 years ago, but the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so, so the memories she took from us. I mean, it's our life at Hope's Peak. Why? Yeah?
I got it!
Yeah?
If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
I feel like that was made incredibly obvious based on the conversation we literally just had with her.
Nope. Nope. No. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says.
We gotta show Hiro his notebook now.
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy.
I'm surprised no one's tried to, like, physically attack Junko yet.
And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life.
Oh, is that why Hiro's so much older than he's supposed to be?
That's not possible!
I want to think that too. I don't want to believe it. But that's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe. I want it to be impossible. But if it's the truth, then we have to accept it. Damn, boys. Oh my god, locker locker notebook. We want Hiro's, I think.
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible!
I wanna see what everyone
I
says.
haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
Not true, not true. I was like, I'm gonna read everything first, and then I did not. But at least I was right, and that's what
Hiro,
matters.
there's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why is my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
Wuzza, is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak.
Yeah, how about that?
But somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Oh, I'm acknowledging it.
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here. Shit, man, I've never been to a funeral. Hell yes!
I don't think I've ever been to a funeral either. I'm pretty old too, so that's kind of surprising.
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on?
I've never been to like a very traditional funeral anyway. Like, I've been to like wakes and kind of like almost like after funeral type things where you just like get together in memory. But like, I don't think I've ever been in an actual traditional like coffin style funeral. Anyway, moving on.
How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Yes.
Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind.
No!
I'm bored.
What?
Explaining stuff is
I'm not mad. That's not making me mad and salty right now.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves. I'm sick of expositioning all this shit.
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
Memories come what? Huh? Where our memories come apart? Is she talking about the moment where we must have lost our memories? I can only think of one time. Just after I set foot in the main hall for the first time. And that was... I think the answer here is when he fainted. Yeah, okay. I was just making sure. I doubt myself so much when I'm answering these. God.
Can't think of any time
Because
other
sometimes I'm just really wrong too. Alright.
When I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall, when I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
Yeah, something like that. You're right.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk.
I was literally the last person to wake up and
I
join
assumed
everybody.
Not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
I don't... Are we really... I feel like this is so obvious. I'm surprised we're explaining this right now.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
I mean, yeah, that's like... yes? That was so obvious that that was when the switch happened. Because, like... the fainting, the despair, like, sign popping up at the same time and everything.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
Why are we paraphrasing this in as many ways as we can?
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof, gone. Which means, of course...
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time.
This much is all very obvious already.
Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other, but
But by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Get to the stuff that
That's
matters.
what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal.
Alright. We're gonna go ahead and end it there. We'll find out what else still needs to be revealed in the next episode. I feel like we already reached the climax, but also there has to be more still. Like, we can't end, you know, just talking things out with Junko. So I guess we'll find out soon. Hey, thanks for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. If you've been enjoying this series, maybe consider liking or commenting or subscribing or just coming back and watching another episode. That's cool too. Or not. Do what you want. Okay, bye.